This meeting is also being conducted telephonically with the dial-in number of 425-436-6365, access code 213563. We got it?
Yep.
Okay. The meeting may also be viewed on the Ramsey YouTube channel. May we please have the roll call?
Mayor Dillon.
Here.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Here.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Here.
Councilman Kilman.
Here.
Councilman Popolo is not here. Councilwoman Poppy.
Here.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
Thank you. I will ask Chief Lyman to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the rights of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the revisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the Mayor and Council was published in the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News on Friday, January 13, 2023. Do we have approval of minutes?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of minutes from the work session of February 8th, 2023.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
This is Councilwoman Cusick, I second.
Thank you. Any comments on the minutes? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Communications.
Yes, Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we receive the communications as listed on the agenda tonight.
Second.
This is Councilwoman Cusick. I'll second that.
Okay, any comments on the communications? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, please give your name, spelling the last name and address. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker unless reduced because of the volume of business on the agenda. Please note, public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the borough governing body's comments later in the meeting or is directed by the chair. The borough clerk is the official timekeeper. Is there anyone in chambers who wants to make public comment? Yes, please step up to the podium. Okay, not seeing anyone in chambers. Is there anyone on the line that would like to make a public comment? Second call for public comment on the line. Unmute yourself, please. Okay, third and final call for public comment. Not hearing anyone, I will close the public comment session. Do I have a motion to move to special presentations?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I make a motion to move these special presentations forward in the agenda.
Thank you. And we do have an addition on the special.
And I will second that.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Sarah. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
So at this point, I'd like to call up Lieutenant Casey Hines, Acting Sergeant Michael Canonico, Acting Sergeant Adam Selag, Police Officer Ruben Gonzalez, and Police Officer Zachary O'Connor. Is Adam here?
I'm missing.
Right, so we need to come over here because of the camera. Do this individually? Or let's do this as a group? Looks good? Okay. Quick. So before I just do this, I want to tell everybody, the Mayor and Council in Borough of Ramsey, we are extremely proud of our police department. think they are the very best in the state of New Jersey. They have our full support. We recognize their professionalism, their empathy, their kindness, their training, their dedication, their sacrifice. So as the family members and fellow officers here, I just want all of you to know, we're so very proud of you, and we're very proud of these gentlemen standing here this evening. Extending a special welcome to Ruben and Zachary, who are our newest additions to the department. Okay, ready, gentlemen? Okay, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Does anybody want a Bible to swear on? No? Okay, just asking. All right, here we go. So please repeat after me. I state your name. Solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of state your office according to the best of the Ramsey PD, according to the best of my ability. I do further solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the state of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. Congratulations.
Dude.
Chief, you want to say anything?
Sure. First of all, quickly, I just want to thank the mayor, members of the Public Safety Committee, and all the members of the council that really support the police department. We needed, in the case of the hiring, we need bodies quickly, and we actually went out and pillaged some other police departments, and we got the best people. We really, truly took the best people they had. I think that says something for this department in this town, that they saw their future and their careers here. And Ruben and Zach have just been an amazing addition to this department. They're out there working already, making us proud. And they're just really, Zach being a former a fellow Marine, and Ruben just brought character to this department. Good guy, just interacts with the community really well. I just can't say enough about these two guys. We really lucked out, and I want to thank them for taking the leap of faith to come to this department. Casey Hines, backbone of this department. When I need something done, I go to him, he gets it done, and he only comes back to me when it's complete. So he knows how I feel about him. I just gave him the Officer of the Year award not that long ago, and I basically said that I wish all our officers could be just like him, and I mean that. Mike Canonico, promoting him was the worst thing we ever did. Because now he's never around, my computer never works, traffic's out of control. It just goes to say how much he really did on a day-to-day basis, and I just want to congratulate him for moving on. He really, truly deserves it. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys can take these back and have time to tonight. I'll give them to you, and then we'll just make sure they come back to the.
Oh, you got them?
Yeah. No pressure. Okay. All right, folks, it's lovely to see all of you here. We'd love for you to stay with us for the rest of the evening, the meeting, but we'll understand if you don't want to. We will not be paying.
Are they signing there?
Do they, Deirdre, Mayor Dillon? Do
Are they signing or?
Oh, do you guys want to sign for the Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, something one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Mike, your kids are adorable. Your kids are so cute. Oh, my son is left. We're outside.
Oh, gee. That killed meat and pea.
There you go.
Something started. Leave it to Jane to pick out all of the little nuances to get the thing right. Thank you.
Serve a purpose in some level. You guys
Yeah,
tell
you missed
these
it.
new officers now who, like, when I'm walking my dog in the morning and I'm waving to them, that I'm not just like a crazy person in Ramsey. Some- With a big dog. She's waving
Is
to me.
that the big one?
Again.
Again.
Thank you.
Hey, Brad.
Every aspect counts.
So who's on the night? And you, well, you gotta be on
Thank
the
you,
night,
guys.
right? You're on the night, right?
Hi. Okay.
Congratulations. Bye, guys. See you in the neighborhood. We'll see you in the neighborhood.
They look so different from the interview process and now we're in
I know, right?
They
Thank you,
do.
Chief.
They look so different now in their uniforms.
Thanks
Sure.
again, Dave.
Good night, take care.
Thank you, Chief. Good night.
Folks,
Austerity. I saw that one.
go back to the regular agenda.
They're really pushing us along.
Keeping us behind
Hey,
schedule.
Chief, when you get out, just, can you make sure that door shuts? Because I think it's propped open. Thank you.
I just-
Okay, move on. All right, folks, let's go back to the agenda. Advertised public hearing for final.
Madam, I'd like to make a motion to go back to the regular agenda.
Thank
and
you.
Council-
I would like to second that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, we have no advertised public hearings for final consideration this evening. Appointments, I appoint Gary Bach as alternate one to the Recreation Commission. Do we have a motion to go out of order for the Borough Administrator Bozay to give his report?
Mayor Dillon, I'd like to make a motion to go out of order for Borough Administrator Rose's report.
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes?
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. Borough Administrator.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll actually, for this part, keep my comments related to Resolution 60 and 61, awarding contracts to Suburban Disposal for solid waste collection and recyclable material collection. Both of these contracts were publicly advertised. Suburban was the low bid. The bid submission was reviewed, found to be compliant from both a technical and legal perspective by the borough's qualified purchasing agent and the borough attorney respectively. This resolution awards the contract to Suburban Disposal as the lowest responsible bidder. Obviously, these are long-term, 5-year contracts with high value. I would like to make a number of additional comments regarding to options that were looked at and where garbage and recycling costs have gone in both Ramsey and other communities throughout New Jersey and the United States at this point. First off, bid options we have looked at. In the last three contracts, 2013, 2018, and 2023, the borough has requested a bid option for use of natural gas-powered trucks for collection instead of diesel fuel-powered. Each contract, this has been the option selected by the borough at no additional cost, providing a cleaner fueled vehicle. In the last three contracts, again, we have also requested bid options for once weekly garbage pickup in the winter months and returning to twice weekly garbage pickup for the rest of the year. This option during all three bid cycles has not provided any tangible savings. Obviously, the overall volume of trash will remain the same, just condensed to one pickup. The contractor has bid feeling that there is not enough variable cost savings in the eliminated pickup day to substantially offset the increased time, additional trips to the landfill, and heavier loads for their workers on a single pickup day. In the 2023 bid, the borough, in addition to our base bid using the traditional pickup, also added an option to price garbage pickup by an automated truck, or the one-armed bandit, if you will, where the borough would, under this scenario, provide each resident with a new, larger container compatible with the automated collection truck. We chose to include this option for price and consideration, as looking around, we've seen this in a couple other municipalities, not necessarily in this area, but in other areas of the state, and wanted to fully review and evaluate the viability of any potential avenues to keep contract costs as low as we could without impacting service. We received no bid for this option, but it was included in our proposal that we went out with this year. As far as other towns' collection costs in Northwest Bergen, we reviewed and analyzed the 13 Northwest Bergen municipalities' garbage collection costs, utilizing the municipal budgets of each town for garbage collection costs, and then taking the total number of residences in each, not residents, residences or homes in each town from the information included in the County of Bergen tax abstracts, provides an annual cost per resident for home for garbage collection. For Ramsey in 2022, that number was about $125 annually per house for garbage to be collected and hauled away to a landfill, 104 times a year, or $1.20 per pickup. That value was the third lowest of the 13 towns in Northwest Bergen. Using Ramsey's updated numbers for 2023, the annual cost will increase to $236 for the year, or $2.27 per pickup. This per household cost would still rank the fifth lowest of the 13 towns using Ramsey's 2023 costs and assuming no escalation for the other towns, which is not probably reasonable assumption, as all towns are moving up, their costs are going up this year. Another option we did some preliminary analysis on is reviewing the economics of the municipality adding staff and infrastructure to do its own garbage collection. In doing this, we reviewed the budget requirements of the two towns in Northwest Bergen that perform this service, Glen Rock and Ridgewood. In both cases in 2022, in employee salary and wages alone, these towns spent more on a per-house basis than Ramsey did for its collection by Suburban. That does not include those towns' other additional costs for the purchase of garbage trucks. We would probably need 3 or 4, healthcare or other employee costs, as well as increased insurance for workers' compensation. Even with Ramsey's increased cost in 2023, again comparing only to 2022 salary costs for the self-pickup towns, Ramsey is lower than one of the towns already and just under the other, without factoring in all of the other previously mentioned applicable costs such as trucks, healthcare, and other employee costs. An additional note, some towns offer residents an option to contract directly with a third party for garbage pickup. Teaneck is one of these towns. That private pickup service option currently costs $25 a month, or $300 per house. Again, this pricing exceeds both Ramsey's 2022 cost of $125 per house and our 2023 cost of $236 per house under the Suburban contract. While our cost may be in line with or less than other communities for this service, the fact is this cost increase under the 2023 contract is significant and has a large impact on the municipal tax rate. We fully understand this and will continue to look at options and work collectively with neighboring towns. This is a frequent topic for both our Northwest Bergen mayors and administrators meetings. To date, we have not found value or savings in collectively pursuing a multiple municipality self-pickup arrangement, but we will continue to evaluate options and potential for any viable alternatives as we move forward. And that's all I have on the contracts.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a motion to go back into order?
I'd like to make a motion to go back into order.
Second it?
Thank you. Roll call?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Consent resolutions.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Be it resolved that resolutions 054, 2023 through and including 063, 2023, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey, be and are hereby passed and approved.
I will second that.
Thank you. Any comments on the consent resolutions?
I think there were some special
I'm
permits
sorry.
on the next page.
Oh, okay. Do you have special permits?
Have some special permits. Minetti Dennis is requesting permission to hold a townwide garage sale on Saturday, May 6, 2023, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And Shannon Rose is requesting permission to use the McFarren Field parking lot for employee parking on March 16th through 20th for a special event which will include patio enclosure for temporary outdoor dining from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. And there are no block party requests this evening.
For a second?
I will second.
Thank you. Any comments on the consent resolutions? I'd like to thank the Borough Administrator for all of his work he did on analyzing garbage recycling. I know we were all shocked by the increase in the price, but Ramsey's not the only borough that's facing this issue, and we have indeed discussed it on Northwest Bergen County Mayors Association meeting. So thank you, Mr. Rose, for all the research you did and your analysis. Appreciate it. Okay, any other comments? No?
Thank you, Borough Administrator.
I never quite knew that you could break garbage down to a finite dollar amount per pickup, so every time they come by with their trucks, you just wave and say, okay, it's $1.20, whatever it
Try to
is.
equate it to something you can relate to.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, very cool. Think of it that way.
I love the way it was laid out. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Go to coffee places or get your garbage picked up.
There you go.
Pick up the garbage.
My garbage
Actually, when you break it down that way, it really makes a lot of sense.
pick up.
Yeah, good job, Bruce. I appreciate it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll move on to committee liaison reports. Finance Administration, Councilman Gutwetter.
Thank you again, Madam Mayor. I would just also like to congratulate the 4 officers that were honored this evening and thank them all for their service. For my report for tonight, the library board. The library board held library held an MLK Day of Service in January, and there were 25 children that attended that event. There's an ESL program. It's going very, very well and expanding it to additional sessions. So check the library website for more details. The library website is a wealth of knowledge on library programs and events. So anybody who has interest in programs going on at the library, I definitely recommend checking their website for all the upcoming programs and events. I, for instance, checked their website and found that there was a musical Munchkins program for babies to 3 years old. So having a 9-month grandson, I actually attended it last Tuesday morning, and Mason had a great grand old time. I don't really think he knew where he was, but he had a really grand old time at musical Munchkins, and it really was a blast for parents, grandparents, and children from ages 0 to 3 years old. Upcoming events for the library. New Jersey Makers Day, which is STEM-related programs, will be on March 25th. Glow-in-the-dark egg hunt will be on April 1st from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. Ramsey's Library Con will be held on Saturday, May 13th from 12 to 3. And the library is in discussions and plannings for HVAC replacement, interior design, and landscape redesign, and more information to follow. For the Rec Commission, winter sports wrestling has concluded, and basketball will play in tomorrow, and spring sports will start after that. An Easter egg hunt is on April 1st in the morning, and the Rec will partner with the Firehouse for this event. So from what I can gather, I'm not sure there's enough Easter eggs in the world to accommodate all the events that are going to be going on April 1st in the Easter egg department. The Pool Commission, membership rates have been approved. Check out pool website for more detail and also about early bird registration. The Friday bands have been arranged in the summer on Friday nights. And the luau is planned for August 25th, and a first responders night will be held on July 21st. Again, more details to follow. I am also looking forward to Saturday morning water aerobics, and I welcome my fellow mayor and council to join me in the pool. That's my report for this evening.
Thank you. That was quite comprehensive and varied. Okay, pass this down to Council President Kilman, Public Safety.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Usually I give the driest report, but I will say that since Councilman Gutwetter has a new grandchild, his comedic sense has truly improved and appreciated.
There you go.
There is no VFW report tonight. The next Board of Health meeting is March 9th at 8 p.m. Congratulations to Gary Bach on his appointment to the Rec Commission or his position on the Rec Commission. And notwithstanding the wonderful presentations we saw tonight for our police officers, our 2 new police officers, as well as the 2 that were promoted. And that's it. No real funny stuff. Thank you,
Okay.
Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Building, Planning, and Zoning, Councilwoman Woods.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, excuse me. Madam Mayor. I would like to thank Gary Bach for stepping in as the Recreation Commissioner and first alternate. And a special congratulations to Sergeant Canonico, Acting Sergeant Zillag, police officers Gonzalez and O'Connor, and Lieutenant Hines. We really appreciate their service. The Ramsey Zoning Board met on February 15th and memorialized 2 resolutions and heard 1 application. I'd like to thank the board for their very thoughtful and thorough vetting of each application, even the most straightforward applications. They take their time, they get to the bottom of every question, and I'm very proud of how professional they are and kind to the members are to the applicants. It's very nice to see. The Ramsey seniors held their trustee meeting on February 9th. I believe I already reported on this. They are helping with the Rec Commission's Easter egg hunt. But the date to stuff the eggs is changing because everybody's busy trying to find eggs. No, just kidding. They're just busy. We're trying to set a date. The Design Review Board had 2 applications approved on January 24th. I believe I also reported on this last time. The next meeting will be February 28th, which is Tuesday. And we will be working with the enforcement officer over the next few weeks and making recommendations to updating the ordinance. So we've started progressing down that path. And I would like to just thank Borough Administrator Rosé for all of his work. I really appreciate his explanation, his in-depth analysis, and we're really lucky to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Utilities, Buildings, and Grounds, Councilwoman Cusick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I want to congratulate Gary Bach for his appointment to the Recreation Commission, and also to Sergeant Canonico, Acting Sergeant Zelig, Officers Gonzalez and O'Connor, and Lieutenant Hines. I am so grateful to them and to their fellow officers as they serve and protect our town. Tonight, I'm going to provide an update on our Planning Board, our Shade Tree Commission, and the Board of Public Works. Our Planning Board last met on the 7th of February. I'm grateful to their volunteer service. To the Borough, the next Planning Board meeting is the 7th of March, 2023. For the Shade Tree Commission, again, equally grateful to this commission for their volunteer efforts on behalf of our borough. Arbor Day is the 28th of April. Please note there's information on our borough's website regarding the Shade Tree Commission, and the next commission meeting is the 16th of March. For the Board of Public Works, the next meeting is next Monday, 27th of February. Regarding the lead service line replacement, it bears repeating. The Board of Public Work continues to plan around the NJDEP's mandatory lead service line replacement legislation. The project requires that all lead service lines served by the water system be replaced by the year 2031. There are many considerations for this project, including the paving schedules in the county and the borough, costs, and other projects in our borough. There will be a need for a new ordinance, and these have been discussed, as I've stated previously, with Councilman Kilman and Popolo. Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. That is my report for this evening.
Thank you. I'll pass it back. Thank you. Public and Governmental Relations, Councilwoman Poppy.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Okay, tonight's report is going to be a short one, as my boards have not met since the last meeting. I would like to first congratulate our officers on their appointments and promotions, and Gary Bach on his appointment as well. The Ramsey Municipal Alliance will hold their next meeting in Borough Chambers at 7:30 this Monday, the 27th of February. As a reminder, the Ramsey Journal is accepting submissions. The deadline to submit to the Ramsey Journal is March 17th. I will be sending out a reminder this week to all of the organizations, just so that they are aware of that deadline fast approaching. And we look forward to getting that in mailboxes mid-April. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody have a report for Councilman Popolo on?
Yes,
Oh.
Madam Mayor, I do.
Okay, thank you.
This is Councilman Popolo's report. Rife held an event at Humdingers in Paramus on Thursday, February 16th. 35 Rifers attended the event, which included bowling, pizza, and arcade vouchers. On March 24th, the next event will be a karaoke at the community center. And on April 28th, there will be a spring dance, most likely at the community center, pending registration size. The environmental committee held the environmental seminars beginning in March through Zoom and in person in Monmouth. These seminars are for various environmental strategies and go throughout the month. Ramsey Cleanup Day is set for Saturday, April 22nd. Committees are being formed currently. And there's nothing to report on the Board of Ed. The meeting is scheduled for next Tuesday.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. For my report, I want to congratulate Lieutenant Hines, Sergeant Canonico, and Officers Gonzalez and O'Connor, and of course, Acting Sergeant Zelag. Thank the world of our police department, so I'm happy to have new officers and see promotions. Thank you and congratulations to Gary Bach for serving on the Rec Commission, because that does take a lot of work. And also, once again, thank you to Borough Administrator Jose for your analysis. It's very helpful, appreciated. And I want to congratulate the library on Winterfest, which was held on February 11. Hundreds of people attended. There were games, fire pits, hot apple cider, hot chocolate, and I made s'mores with Miss Maggie for 3 hours, and my coat smelled like smoke. But it was really phenomenal event, and it wasn't just Ramsey residents. I was speaking to people, Ridgewood, other towns, so our library has a wonderful reputation for its programming, and I'm so happy with everything that Matt Latham and his staff offer. So, and that's all I have. Borough Administrator, would you like to continue your report?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Mayor. A couple more resolutions I'll just make some comments on, as my earlier was just related to the garbage and recycling. Resolution 59 was authorizing the borough to enter into a shared service agreement with the County of Bergen for 911 communication services. The borough currently receives 911 services through Northwest Dispatch Service out of Ridgewood. The County of Bergen over the last few years has made significant investments into the infrastructure at its regional dispatch center in Mahwah. This center has some of the latest technology and advancements in the communication industry, providing a potential for enhanced service for the borough. Chief Lyman has recommended the switchover. This resolution authorizes executing the agreement with the county. Resolution 62 authorizes the borough to enter into a grant agreement with the County of Bergen for Finch Park basketball court resurfacing. The borough applied for and received a grant from the Bergen County Open Space Fund program to resurface and repaint the Finch Park basketball courts. The grant's in the amount of $127,995. this resolution authorizes us to execute that agreement with the county. Resolution 63 confirms the appointment of Andrea Dykeman Joey as financial specialist. As we discussed at a prior meeting, Jackie Turner in our finance department is retiring at the end of March. The borough had posted the position, conducted interviews with a number of the candidates. Prospective candidates were interviewed by CFO Bartolotta and Ms. Turner, and then I interviewed the candidates subsequent to that. Our collective recommendation was to offer the position to Ms. Joey. She has municipal experience, performed both accounts payable as well as payroll responsibilities, and also holds a tax collector certification. She is also currently in the initial stages of taking courses needed to eventually take the test for CFO certification. In the future, the plan is for her to start on March 13th, so there will be some overlap with Jackie before she retires at the end of March. In terms of the 2023 budget, we started discussing a little bit about this last meeting, so to reiterate some of those comments and add a couple new. Preparation for the 2023 budget begins in the fall. The same inflationary pressures and rising costs that we all face in our household budgets or business budgets are the same for the borough. Prime example is the discussion we had earlier, the garbage and recycling collection contracts that were out to public bid. In a public bid contract, prices have escalated in the last 5 years to where we have seen 2023 prices are now 90% higher than those that were priced for last year back in 2018. This overall inflation and operating costs is hitting all towns, and the state is making a one-year-only change to its budget requirements for 2023, understanding this is a unique year. As mentioned, these and other factors create challenges in developing a responsible budget while maintaining quality services for our residents. At the upcoming mayor and council meetings, we'll have a more detailed discussion on the 2023 budget. The tentative schedule for the budget is as follows. Next meeting, March 8th, would be a municipal budget presentation. March 22nd would be the introduction of the 2023 municipal budget. And April 26th would be the public hearing and vote on adoption of the municipal budget. After just for a matter of logistics, after the March 22nd meeting, the budget would also then be advertised in the Bergen Record. It would be put at the library at Borough Hall and online, and can be reviewed by the public for up to the 4 weeks before the public hearing and vote on adoption on April 26th. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Borough Attorney?
Nothing, thank you, ma'am.
Borough Clerk?
Nothing, thank you.
Thank you. One thing I did forget to mention, I attended the Federal Grant Summit hosted by Congressman Gottheimer at Bergen Community College on February 10th, a Friday, and it is a wealth of information. I've discussed some of it with some of you, some of the highlights. I've learned an incredible amount, and what I plan to do is put together a meeting with the emergency services as well as various groups throughout town to talk about what I learned and what we can go after. It's amazing what is out there. We don't qualify for all of it because of where we are located in the state and our average household income. But there is stuff out there that I think we need to try and take advantage of if we can. So I will be putting that meeting together with the help of Borough Administrator Jose and others. That's it.
Ellen, thank you for attending that. I was actually scribbling down my notes for that, but thank you, because it was a full day on February 10th, and you know that you also have other responsibilities as a working individual, so thank you, because you're literally looking for resources for our town. Thank you for going there, thank you.
My pleasure. And one thing I learned, not, for some of the programs, nonprofits are eligible for it as well. So I'm gonna get them going on it, all right? So do we have no introduction of ordinances, no unfinished business?
Did you?
Hmm?
Attorney and clerk, did they?
Yeah, they said no.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No new business? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.